Hi guys, welcome back with another video. Today guys, I want to do a different video, just talking about the planche, and I want to give you the best tips to achieve the perfect form of the full planche. And write everything because it's very important to focus on all these things that I will say to you, because I have a lot of experience. I can do I think a very good form planche, I think perfect. I leave you some videos, something here. I can do full planche press. I am very near to achieve my first Maltese. And if you want to listen an athlete like me, how I said, with 7 years of calisthenics experience and other years of training in general. Before calisthenics I started like with weights, so I trained in total like from 10 years. But anyway, let's start with the video. And if you want to help me, just leave the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, guys. So let's start with the most important thing, guys. Let's talk about the activations. The first important thing that you have to know to become very strong in planche and to do the things in the right way. So to start immediately doing what you have to do and what you have to maintain always. So simply is the activations of your scapula, of your core, everything. You have to know how to activate properly every part of your body to become strong in planche and to have a better progress. So let's start with the first activation, that is the protraction, guys. So the protraction is very important in calisthenics to engage much better possible your shoulders. After the protraction, you have to depress your shoulders. So I will take off my shirt and I want to show to you how have to look the protraction. So I go on the side like this. So let's see, I hope you can see something. From the natural position, you have to go with the shoulders in this position. You have to go like in front of you. You have to go away with the shoulders from the ear. You have to go away. After this, that you don't have to think just to round your back and to do an extreme rounded back. This is a wrong protraction, guys. You have to do these things, so round the back, but also to go down. And you can see that the my back that change and activate the lats. So from here to here and after down. And when you have this activation very solid, this is the protraction. So the protraction isn't just doing this thing and going away, but you have to go away and down. So your shoulders don't have to stuck like this, don't have to stay retracted, but away from the ear. So this is the first important activation that you have to learn as well. I put my shirt because it's very cold. So let's go with the second activation, that is the core. So the core activation is very important, and you have to make the posterior pelvic tilt. Always you have to remember this thing, guys. The posterior pelvic tilt is very important to maintain a really perfect position. So you don't have to retract your body like this, but you have to stay like this. So I will take another time the shirt. So from here, from a neutral position, this is the wrong one. So if you arch your lower back is wrong. If you do too much is also wrong. So you have to do from here and go inside with your abs, very strong, and activate all the back, all the lower back. So strong here, you have to stay like this, and in the same time you have to activate also your glutes. So you have to be very strong in all this part and to maintain this position. Not this, not too much this, but this. Let's go with the third part, that is the simply the elbows. You don't have to stay with the bent elbows, but always you have to lock out your elbows to engage much better possible the bicep strength and also to condition as well the biceps. You have to find another way to go in position, so by bending your arms, but you have I know that is difficult, but you have to being able to hold the planche lean, for example, at the beginning with a very straight arm. So probably I don't forget any activation. These are the most important. So the core, the protraction, the elbows are the most important activations that you have to know. So let's start immediately. The first exercise that you have to put from the beginning, so from when you are beginner until you will become very advanced athlete, is the planche lean, guys. The planche lean is very important with the activations that I said. Is the most specific exercise that will bring to you a lot of strength, a lot of conditioning for your planche. So a good planche lean work can be surely a good beginning. You can't go at the beginning too much forward with your shoulders in planche lean, but this in the beginning is not important. By the time you will go always some centimeters away, some centimeters forward, more forward with your body, and probably the planche lean will be like this, you know, but from here you have to go in this position until your hips. One time that you can do the planche lean in that position will be perfect for strengthening and conditioning your planche. Start with the tuck planche. Probably the tuck planche isn't a problem for the 80% or 90% of the athletes, but the tuck planche, guys, is very important. You know why? Because the tuck planche is the most basic skill that you will do in your road to planche. That is without your legs on floor. So it's the first approach to the planche using just your strength shoulders. Here, instead of going very fast, like in just 1 month or 2 months, going to find the advanced tuck planche position, you can do a lot of things. You can do the tuck planche push-ups, you can do the tuck planche pumps. For example, you start in tuck planche and you raise just a little bit, you go in position, and after you go on the floor, you do a lot of reps like this. Or you can do the L-sit to tuck planche, so a lot of dynamic exercises. One time that you have a good hold in a tuck planche, a good solid hold, like 20 or 25 seconds in tuck planche, and a lot of dynamics, like 5, 6 or more L-sit to tuck planche. Just in this time you can start the first approach with the advanced tuck planche. But here the important is not going in advanced tuck planche body weight, but put a loop band. So this have to be very gradual, guys. Gradually you have to reach the next position. This is very important. You have to do very small steps, and if you do always just small steps going forward, you never will stop, guys. You put a loop band, you go in advanced tuck planche, and you start to make the hold becoming longer and longer. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. You have to use a loop band, even if it's large, it's not important at the beginning. The goal is to put always a smaller loop band until you feel that you can do it body weight. So now you will have probably in this point the advanced tuck planche. And here, guys, I want to say all these things very gradually, because it's very important. If you listen all the things that I'm saying, I can assure you, you will achieve the planche very soon, and a super planche, a super perfect planche in just probably 1 year. So here in advanced tuck planche you have to do a very important work. So here in advanced tuck planche you have to think that this variant will bring to you the full planche, guys. If you work much better possible here, probably your straddle planche will be very easy. Your next, or even your full planche, will be not too hard at the beginning. So listen, also here in advanced tuck planche, instead of trying this straddle planche, guys, because one time that people have like 4, 5 or 6 seconds of holds in advanced tuck planche, immediately you want to try the straddle planche, going with high hips. The legs will result like bended, because one time that you feel that you can hold for some seconds the advanced tuck planche, this is the biggest mistake, to try the straddle planche. So you don't have to try the straddle planche, guys, for nothing. If you want to try the straddle planche, you have to do the same things using a super large band, just to understand the position of your hips, because the difference from the advanced tuck planche to straddle is the fact that your core will be in another position. So you have to extend your core and to be able to maintain this position that is way harder. So focus a lot in advanced tuck planche, make a lot of dynamics, a lot of LC to advanced tuck planche, a lot of tuck to advanced tuck planche. You have to control perfectly the advanced tuck planche. In this point, you can start the straddle planche with the bends. One time that you feel good, the straddle planche with a large band, you go using smaller bands. And here, guys, probably you are very near to achieve the straddle. But another thing that you can do body weight is the half-lay straddle planche. So if you have the advanced tuck planche, but still you don't have a body weight straddle planche, you are near but you don't have it, you can try a half-lay straddle planche. This variant allows you to understand the activations of the core that change from the advanced tuck, change totally when you try to extend your core. And here you can do a great work in half-lay straddle. One time that you feel very solid here and you work in the same time with the straddle planche with band, you surely will have the straddle planche. And now, guys, you can do the same thing using a band and trying the first approach with the full planche, with the bands and all the things that we said until now, also for the full planche. Surely you will got the full planche. Other tips that I want to give to you is that the fact that you have to understand the intensity and the volume, guys. So these two things are very important, because how I said, if you try, for example, the straddle planche because you feel that you have a good advance and you try the straddle planche, but you can't do it in perfect way and you do a very bad form, you are doing a very high intensity work, and this is a very bad thing. You don't have to exaggerate with the intensity. You have to feel the intensity, but if you do too much intensity, you will stuck for sure every time you will try this thing. So you have to calibrate the intensity and the volume. So what I mean with volume? Volume, guys, for example, you have a good advanced tuck planche, probably you can do an amazing work, an amazing volume work in tuck planche. So you have 5 seconds of good hold in advanced tuck planche. You can do a lot of tuck planche, you can do a lot of LC to tuck planche, you can do a lot of work with elastic band. You can do a lot of clean work with elastic band in advanced tuck planche. You can do more seconds and more sets and reps of all these things, and you will got at the end of the training a lot of sets, a lot of reps, a lot of exercises that will strengthen way better, way more than trying useless attempts of straddle planche of a very bad form straddle planche. So this is the volume work. Obviously you don't have to do just volume and just doing super basic things, but also you have to put sometimes also more intensity. So I make a little example. You want to try the first straddle planche. You have more than 10 seconds of advanced tuck planche, very good form, and you want to do an intensity work doing just some attempts of straddle planche. In this time you are doing the attempts of straddle. Probably the intensity will be very high. But if you feel that advance is very good and you did all the things to try this straddle, you can do these 2 or 3 sets of attempting straddle planche. And this is the intensity. But you have to do like just 1 time per week, or even 1 time for 2 weeks. Because if you try this intensity attempts of your straddle planche every time you train, time by time your level will regress. So you don't have to do this mistake. You have to do sometimes the intensity because the body is capable of doing also the intensity, but way less than doing the volume work. So try to prefer the volume instead of the intensity. This is very, very important, guys. How many times per week do you have to train the planche? In my personal opinion, at the beginning can be perfect training it like for max 3 times per week. One time that you have a lot of experience in this skill, you achieve like the standard planche or even more. I think you can also start doing 4 or even 5 times per week, but always changing the work. You can't do, also here another very good tip, you can do always holds, you can do always dynamics, you have to do sometimes dynamics, sometimes holds. You have to do sometimes more specific work for your bent arm, for example the bent arm planche, for example the planche push-ups, for example the 90-degree handstand push-up that is very good for the progression for like the planche push-ups. And one time you have to do the straight arms work, so a planche lean, so all the work that you can do with straight arm. So you have to divide these things, you have to vary it a lot. It's very important, because also here is another reason that you will stuck. Doing, for example, just hold will burn out your shoulders, all your mind, or doing too much holds and always trying like the max hold is a very bad thing. And nothing, guys, I hope I said all the things that are very important to achieve the planche. I think I said much possible things, specific tips for your planche progress. I hope you like this video, guys. If you want to help me to grow this channel, just leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share this video, comment, a lot of things, everything can be super useful for me. We will see next with another great content about calisthenics.